Ah, vacations. That magical time when you empty your bank account to sit on a beach and pretend you don't check your work emails. But what if I told you? You could experience the thrill of a new country, the taste of exotic foods, the joy of getting lost in translation, all without needing a second mortgage? That's right, folks. We're diving deep into the world of budget-friendly travel, where cheap doesn't mean compromising on adventure. It just means you can afford to come back with all your limbs intact and maybe even a souvenir that isn't a rock you found on the ground. So buckle up, grab your passport that's probably still expired from the pandemic, and let's embark on a journey to discover some surprisingly affordable destinations. First up, we're heading to Southeast Asia, a land of vibrant cultures, stunning landscapes, and surprisingly, prices that won't make your eyes water. Vietnam, with its bustling cities, serene rice paddies, and history as complex as a bowl of pho, is a budget traveler's dream. Seriously, you can find delicious street food for less than the cost of a questionable hot dog from a New York City street vendor. And the best part? You won't need a microscope to identify what's actually in it. From exploring the ancient town of Hoi An to cruising through the breathtaking Ha Long Bay, Vietnam offers a sensory overload that won't overload your credit card. It's almost like they forgot to adjust their prices for inflation, or maybe, just maybe, they understand the value of a good deal. Next, we're off to South America, where adventure awaits around every corner, and apparently, so do incredibly reasonable prices. Bolivia, home to the majestic Andes Mountains, the Amazon rainforest, and the world-famous Salar de Uyuni salt flats, is a destination that will leave you breathless, and not just because of the altitude. Speaking of the salt flats, picture this. A vast expanse of blindingly white salt reflecting the sky, and not a single soul in sight. Because let's be honest, you could afford to rent out the entire place for the price of a weekend in Paris. Seriously, you can experience the surreal beauty of this natural wonder, trek through the Amazon, and even climb a mountain, all while spending less than you would on a night out in London. It's enough to make you wonder if they're printing money in the back using llama wool. Now let's talk about India, a land of vibrant colors and ancient traditions, where meals cost pennies, train rides nickels, and souvenirs are cheaper than coffee. Explore the Taj Mahal, navigate Mumbai's bustling streets, and savor diverse Indian cuisine, all for less than a weekend getaway back home. Learn yoga on a mountaintop, while your friends debate guacamole costs. It's a perspective shift as mind-blowing as affordable groceries. Next up, we're heading down under to Australia, a land of stunning beaches, unique wildlife, and a surprisingly affordable way to lose a fight to a kangaroo. Okay, maybe the kangaroo boxing match isn't included in the budget travel package, but everything else is practically a steal. You can explore the Sydney Opera House, dive into the Great Barrier Reef, and even try Vegemite without breaking the bank. Just be sure to pack your sense of humor, your sunscreen, and maybe some boxing gloves, just in case you encounter a particularly competitive marsupial. Think of it as an investment in a good story to tell at your next overpriced cocktail party. Let's be honest, when you think of Greece, budget-friendly probably isn't the first phrase that springs to mind. Images of whitewashed buildings perched on cliffs overlooking turquoise waters, ancient ruins bathed in golden sunlight, and plates piled high with delicious but potentially expensive Mediterranean food dance in your head. But here's the thing. Greece is more affordable than you might think, especially if you know where to look. You can wander through the historic streets of Athens, soak up the sun on the stunning beaches of Mykonos, and feast on fresh seafood without needing to sell your firstborn to pay for it. It's like finding a $20 bill in your old jeans, except the $20 bill is an entire country filled with delicious feta cheese and ancient history. Looking to escape the daily grind, disconnect from the digital world, and recharge your batteries without draining your bank account? Then pack your bags, we're going to Portugal. This hidden gem on the Iberian Peninsula boasts stunning coastlines, charming villages, and a pace of life that's so relaxed, it's practically horizontal. And the best part? It's one of the most affordable countries in Western Europe. Imagine yourself strolling along golden beaches, sipping on local wine as the sun sets over the Atlantic, and finally achieving inbox zero. Because the Wi-Fi is so bad, even your work emails have given up trying to reach you. It's the digital detox you didn't know you needed, at a price you can actually afford. Next, we're off to Japan, a land of ancient traditions, cutting-edge technology, and a festival dedicated to, well, let's just say it involves a giant wooden phallus, and leave it at that. Yes, you read that right. Japan, the land of bullet trains and robot restaurants, also has a surprisingly quirky side, and it's just waiting to be explored. But don't worry, you don't have to participate in every festival you encounter, unless you want to. Of course, no judgment here. The good news is, Japan can be surprisingly affordable, especially if you're willing to embrace the local culture. From slurping down ramen in back alleys to spending the night in a capsule hotel, there are plenty of ways to experience the magic of Japan without maxing out your credit card. Hold on to your sombreros, amigos, because we're heading south of the border to Mexico, a land of vibrant culture, ancient history, and enough tequila to make you forget you even had a budget in the first place. But seriously, Mexico is a budget traveler's paradise. From the bustling streets of Mexico City to the pristine beaches of Tulum, there's something for everyone, and it all comes at a price that won't leave you feeling like you need to sell your car for bus fare home. Just be careful not to overindulge in the all-inclusive margaritas, unless you're prepared to spend the rest of your trip living off of street tacos and regret. And trust me, while the tacos are delicious, you'll miss those little umbrellas in your drinks. Our penultimate stop takes us to Morocco, a land of vibrant colors, bustling souks, and a mode of transportation that's both efficient and environmentally friendly: camel Uber. Okay, maybe the camel Uber is just a figment of my imagination, but wouldn't that be amazing? Just imagine hailing a camel with an app, feeling the wind in your hair as you ride through the desert, and paying less than you would for a cup of coffee in some places. But even without the camel Uber, Morocco is a surprisingly affordable destination. From exploring the ancient city of Marrakesh to camping under the stars in the Sahara Desert, you can experience the magic of Morocco without breaking the bank. It's enough to make you want to trade in your car for a camel and move into a riad. Our final destination is a hidden gem, so affordable and off the beaten path that even seasoned budget travelers will be amazed. Welcome to Latvia. Latvia is like finding a $20 bill in your pocket, but it's an entire country with medieval castles and stunning coastlines. Wander Riga's cobblestone streets, explore Gauja National Park, and enjoy a traditional Latvian spa treatment. Disconnect, recharge, and feel like a character in a fairy tale, without the fairy tale price tag. So, there you have it, folks. 10 budget-friendly travel destinations that prove you don't need to win the lottery to see the world. Subscribe now for more travel tips, tricks, and questionable advice delivered with a healthy dose of sarcasm. Because let's be honest, traveling on a budget is an adventure in itself. And remember, don't let your wallet hold you back from exploring the world. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go soothe my travel envy with a bowl of instant ramen and a side of daydreams.